Now, bright and bold is not only my outfit for tonight, it also describes my guest for this evening. I'm Tuletu Nelani, your host for this week's episode of Artishpere. Now, the following guests are a band that not only touch the hearts of people with their music, but their music reflects the diversity of genres that the Grahamstown music environment has to offer. In studio with me, I am pleased to announce I have a well-known jazz band, Cookin N Steamin. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So before I ask the band any questions, please would you introduce yourselves to the viewers, tell them something interesting about yourselves and what it is you do on the band.
Sure, okay. I'm Kay Musiani. I am the lead vocalist in the band. And, yeah, I'm the only woman in the band. That's interesting, yeah.
Okay, I'm Arman Steenkamp. I'm the keyboardist or pianist in the band. And funnily enough, I'm classically trained, but now I'm doing this, so yay to the cause.
I'm Brendan Yendel, and I'm the drummer. And yeah, I'm actually a rock drummer, but certainly been turned jazz since I came to Rhodes University.
Lovely.
Yeah, I'm Sam Banks. I'm the bassist. Basically, I just hold it down.
Just hold it down.
It's all about
So there are four of you guys.
Yes.
When did this happen? When did this change happen?
2 weeks ago? Yeah.
What sparked the change?
Look, I think we've always known we needed a bass player, you know, because I think that's what was kind of always missing in our sound, you know. And so Sam posts videos on Facebook all the time, you know, so we were like, kind of like heard stuff, we were like,
Sam the man.
How about it? He can So yeah, there's four of us now.
What I'm interested to know the most is who came up with the name?
You.
I did.
Why the name?
A lot of jazz musicians are inspired by a very big idol up in the jazz genre, Miles Davis. And he actually released a couple of CDs where he explained jazz to be a process of like cooking. So you first start your pot, and then there's water that's boiling, and then you add spice and things, and it's the same with music. You start it off slow, and then you add a couple of things to build it and to create this whole mood going. And he named his albums Cookin, and then another album was Steaming, and another album was this. We were like, Cookin and Steaming.
Let's put it together.
And thus we came up with it.
Oh, that's lovely. How did you guys come together? Except for the new edition 2 weeks ago.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'll take this one. We actually started out beginning of this year. We had a different drummer, another one of our friends that was in the music department. So we were all just mates, you know, and then we were like, hey, man, you know, start a band, you know.
Starting a band.
Baby, yeah. And so we started a band. But then he moved to Greece. He's gone and done he's doing his masters there at the moment. So I mean he left. But then Brendan was kind of, because we've also got like a whole production team that works with us. So Brendan had been hearing our music, you know, and he's a drummer too. So when the time came to like have a new drum in the band, we're like, Brendan's right there, like obviously, you know. So Brendan literally just slotted in. It's like nothing even changed, you know, when Brendan came in. And then, like we said, 2 weeks ago, we've been looking for a bass player, but we just didn't know who, and it's really difficult to kind of pin down people in Grahamstown, you know, kind of because people normally belong to a certain band. But then we found out Sam didn't have a band, so we were like, what up, Sam? So yeah, that's kind of.
I mean, also to add on to that, it's always difficult to find people that suit your genre of playing, and I can without a doubt say that Sam suited it like 100%. And
hey, Sam!
From the get-go, it was like, yeah.
How are you feeling about these brownie points?
I just say thank you, guys.
So most people know that Grahamstown has a small music scene. Why did you guys then still decide to pursue the whole music endeavor?
Yeah, just I'd say for myself, from a young age, I've sort of always had a thing for the underdog, and sort of, you know, still following your passions even though they might be difficult. And I'd say coming to the music department and sort of meeting Kay and Armand, you know, you kind of just find people that have the same sort of mentality as you, and you kind of, you know, you gel with them, and it's more than music making. It's, you know, it's building a friendship, and you know, taking all those things further. So for me, that was worth it.
I mean, as much as we're all band members, we're all friends. We eat together, we laugh together, we play together, we do the most ridiculous music things together. We download stuff on our phone and we remix things, and it's a relationship. It's not just a band membership.
You guys seem so close, which is so important for me, right? But now in a team, you always have that person who works too much. There'll be that one who doesn't want to do anything. So for bands that are upcoming, tell me about the importance of group cohesion.
I mean, look, I'll take the responsibility of being I'm the stressor in the band. I think I'm the one, but I think it just comes with maybe being, I don't know, I don't know if it comes with being the woman in the band or whatever. I kind of take on the managerial role in a way, you know. But the thing is, what's so great about these guys is that literally when there's something to be done, we all just pitch in and we just get it done, you know. Because there's always just a lot of things that need to, you know, like happen before. But it helps that we all really get along well. So it's not like a problem that, you know, one person isn't pulling their weight or anything, you know what I mean? It's all, it gets done, you know. So I think it's really important in a band situation. I mean, Sam's only been with us for 2 weeks, but literally he fits like a glove. Like, it hasn't been weird at all having Sam with us, you know. It hasn't been like, oh, you know, oh, shame, we have to include Sam and stuff. It's easy, you know. It's really been easy. And I can't reiterate how important that is, that I think to have that relationship with your band members outside of just the music itself, it ends up coming through on stage, I think, when that happens, you know. And I think maybe that's why people like us a lot, because they're like, yeah, we can see you guys are having fun. Like, yeah, we actually are. You know, and that's,
I think what we also do is we all listen to each other as well. None of us are trying to push our own agenda of wanting to shine. It's literally, while playing, I'm listening to what Sam's doing and listening to what Brendan's doing. It's like, ooh, how can I compliment that? And each of us are so in tune with what we want to give to the audience that as much as we're playing for ourselves, we love entertaining. I mean, there's nothing nicer than seeing audience members go crazy for a song. And you feed off of that, and the energy that then is given back into the band through the performances, it's wonderful.
Actually, speaking about shine, how far does the band want to go? Because I've heard Kay said in an Oppidan article that she's not about this fame thing. She's not about this whole paparazzi thing. So how far do you guys want to go? If the opportunity comes, are you just going to be like, okay, let's do this whole fame thing?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think for now we're playing it by ear, you know, because, look, I'm almost done with my degree. They're all still kind of like, they've got, I mean, Brendan, you've got a year left, Sam and Armand, you've got 2 years left. So that takes priority, you know what I mean? Being done with school is number one priority at the moment. And so we're just playing it by ear, you know. I think if something is to come up in the next year or so, I mean, like I said, school comes first, but if we can make it work, then we'll make it work, you know. If fame is what's going to happen, then, I mean, yay, but I don't think that's the aspiration at the moment. I think what's important for all of us right now is being down for the music and, like, getting that solid, you know what I mean, and really enjoying our time here and making music together, because, you know, we don't know what's going to happen.
Okay, so you guys do a lot of cover songs.
Yeah.
I want to know, for the events that I've attended, I've seen that you guys do a lot of cover songs. How do you guys choose these songs, and why those specific ones in general?
Wow.
Sure.
I think a lot of the time, I know for me and Brendan, we're quite big house fans and quite listening into that market. And which is nice is that Kay is very much into the musical theatre circle, and that's the style she likes. And I'm speaking on behalf of Sam, but I know he loves the R&B side and the soul and all that area there. And with that coming together, each of us come with our own like ideas of what our sound wants to be. And hearing a cover of a famous song and thinking, how can we make it better or different? It grows. Literally, we'll write medleys and covers of stuff in a couple of minutes. It'll just be there, and we'll be like, oh, we should try that groove, we should try this groove, and so on. And it happens because it's a natural process within each of us. And definitely, as much as we do look to aim for the more modern music, some of the older, you know, like solid numbers that you heard growing up with your mom listening to the radio and you're like in the car with your dad on the way to Durban or wherever it was, those songs resonate deep within us, and seeing it come alive in the audience as you play them it's wonderful. So we strive to almost get a balance between the old and the new. but make it relevant.
And you guys tend to reiterate the value of, you know, audience participation and enjoyment. How does the audience add value to your guys' performance?
I think Sam said something about that the other day, because you were busy saying that, like, when people react, like, it makes you want to just, you know.
Yeah, man. The audience gives us the energy, you know. Especially when you're playing the bass. You can tell, because the bass is like the beat, the groove. Somebody's going like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, basically they just give you energy. Yeah.
Okay, guys, so where to from here? Where are you guys going? Are there concerts? How far do you want to go?
Like I said, we're playing it by ear. I think what's happened with us this year is that word of mouth has been like the greatest gift to us, because we don't really kind of go around and be like, oh my goodness, hi, we're in a band, do you want to hire us? Like, what's happened this year, literally, that somebody would have heard us somewhere, and then they're like, hey, we heard you at this thing, do you want to do this thing? And from there, it's just kind of grown, you know? So, I think we're going to just carry on that path and just see what happens, especially in Grahamstown for now, because like I said, the guys need to finish it. That's like priority number one. It's like getting the degrees, you know? But we, you know, we might be doing a little bit of a tour or something, you know, coming up soon. But yeah, it just depends on how our time looks and everything. But we literally just, it's about the music now. And I think we're also, now that we've got Sam, we're so excited to actually now, like, we want to do our own music now, you know what I mean? Because I think the band feels more complete now. And so we're starting to work on our own music, and so, you know, that could lead to an EP somewhere or an album or something. So
Did you hear that? You complete. How deep is that? Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us in studio. And make sure to like their Facebook page, Cookin N Steamin. And if you haven't yet, well, stay tuned for their magical performance.